MMA Locker Room here, part of Pub Sports Radio. I got the man, the myth, the legend, Chael Sonnen in the building.
In fact, you do, my man. You know, I like those glasses. You look sharp, my brother.
Oh, thank you, man. I can't complain, man. Your glasses look good, too.
Glasses guys got to stick together. Did you ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, Larry David? He would always say hi to bald people. Huh?
I did.
Glasses people, it's the same thing, my brother.
Hey, I like that. Hey, the weird thing is this. When we get older, we wear glasses. When we were younger, we didn't want to wear these glasses, right?
That's right. I tease people. I call them Four Eyes and things like this. And people still do that, by the way. I've been called Four Eyes on social media a couple times.
Got it. I mean, it's only right that we talk about Bellator 300. That's why we're here, right? I mean, you gave me one of the best.
You know, it'd be weird if I didn't let you know, but I teed you up to compliment these glasses. I said, people tease me. I told you how nice you look. I noticed you didn't compliment us because you don't like it, or you didn't just get the social cue I gave you.
Well, this is what it is. I think I need to see how they look on me.
Now I can't see. You look good.
Hey, you look better.
They actually look really good.
You look better.
By the way, you need to wash these things.
Oh,
it will
yeah,
really
you can
help your vision.
It's
right?
like Windex on them, right? Yeah,
just so you know.
Imagine.
You're gonna need some hot water and some Clorox for that. But at any rate, back to fighting. Right? Is that what we're here for?
Hey, that's what we're here for.
All right, Bellator 300. Listen, Scott Coker said, I will answer all of your questions. This is about the big rumor. This is about the sale. This is about, is there going to be a Bellator 301? He said, I'm going to answer all of your questions on Saturday. Today, please focus on the card and these athletes. That was an interesting comment. I don't know if he misspoke or if he plans to reveal something on Saturday. But of everything that I got out of that press conference, and there was some major heat there with 3 world title fights, that might have been one of the more compelling things. Is he either going to skip that press conference or he's going to tell us something on Saturday?
I mean, when you schedule 4 title fights here, you know, and he keeps saying throughout the interview, this one's special, 300 special, got to be something underlining that.
Oh, come on, 300. I hadn't realized it until today, but nobody has put on 300 before. This is the first 300. Got one coming up with the boys in Vegas, but, you know, Chachary's kicking him out. He hasn't done that. I don't think Eddie Hearn has done that. I don't think Bob Arum or Don King has done. I mean, 300 is a massive amount, and Scott Coker should have been very proud, and he refused to take a bow. The mere face, see, here's what you got to understand. Whether Bellator is going to sell or not, I understand what a big deal that is. But the rumor that I guess we're choosing to believe is for $300 million, almost like Coker charged him $1 million per show. That's a compliment. They're complimenting. If you ever create something that's so good that banks got to team up with other banks because the price is so high and they want to buy it from you, it's a compliment. And he didn't take the credit. He wanted his fighters to have it. And it's one of the reasons that sets Coker apart. It's one of the reasons he's in this position today. He's a genuinely kind man.
Got it. I mean, generally kind man. It seems like you're able to.
You know what? I don't think he would look as good in these glasses, though. You gotta have the right head for it.
I got the Eminem.
I'm saying him. I don't know if Coke. We'll put him on Saturday. We'll let the audience decide.
Hey, well, stay tuned for that one. Hey, so let's talk about something with this though. Okay, so there's a lot of MMA fighters out there. Who is one of the fighters in Bellator that you would pass on your nickname to?
Oh boy. Well, you know what? Nurmagomedov, they asked him a funny question today, speaking of nicknames, and they said, how come you don't have one? And I didn't realize that he didn't, but that is very interesting. And, you know, we call him a lot of things. Champ, for example. That one's probably going to stick around. Trying to become Grand Prix champ, for example. The undefeated. The undisputed. He's got a lot of nicknames. But I know what you're saying, and I guess he kind of comes to mind.
Got it. So you heard it right here. Hey, that's the new.
In fact, you know what? Let's start calling him the American Gangster. That's a good idea. The man from Dagestan. Do you see where that's confusing? That's what we call trolling people. That's funny, actually.
Hey, that is actually. And speaking about trolling people and being funny on MMA, I mean, besides yourself as one of the hottest MMA content creators out there, who are the top 3 MMA content creators that you like watching?
Oh, gosh, you're one of them. Schmo's one of them. I watch Ariel stuff. You know, he's a bit of an institution. He's on Mondays. Luke Thomas gets a lot of credit, but I think he deserves more. I think Luke has an incredible mind. Everybody that listens to him assumed he used to fight before. They assume he used to manage. They assume he used to train people. I mean, he was a legit tough guy. He's a Marine. We owe him a thank you, but he's just making observations. It's one of these things. I think he deserves credit. He's very good at what he does.
Got it. Hey, I ain't mad at that. And now let me ask you on this one. All right, so damn. You know, it happens sometimes when just went blank. All right. With that being said, man, everything that you say comes to fruition. It seems like you say stuff and it just happens. So if you can predict 3 people that's going to be champion in 2024, who are they?
3 people in 2024. I'll tell you what. I'll shorten that up just to this Saturday night. All 3 of our champions are the favorite. All 3 of the challengers are underdogs. I do not see it that way. I think we have some very live dogs up there. The fact that Kat Zingano and Chris Cyborg have a common opponent in Amanda Nunes, and they flipped. Kat beat Amanda. Cyborg didn't go 62 seconds with her. She made it 61 seconds. I'm not giving her a hard time. I'm pointing out the fact people love to say MMA math doesn't work and styles make fights. What a bunch of crap. Like somebody heard somebody set that down one time and they grabbed it and just ran with it. It's not true. If the most scientific basis we would have is common opponent. Every sport, if you're doing seeds or you're doing rankings, you look for a common opponent. We have a common opponent here. The odds makers just don't like the outcome and they're acting like it didn't happen. Kat Zingano is going to be a problem for Chris Cyborg.
Problem. Hey, can't wait to see it. Last one, I'm going to wrap it up with this. All right, there's some fighters out there that don't like to do interviews, don't like to do medias, and then there's some actually coaches and trainers who advise their fighters not to do interviews and media. What would you say to those fighters out there? Is this hurting them or helping them?
Oh, it definitely hurts them. I mean, the entertainment era started a little over a decade ago, and we were in a competitive era where it just matters. You know, if you could get some matches in Pancrase, or you could work your way up, maybe a Gladiators Challenge, King of the Cage, that's the path I went. I lived through the competitive era. But when the entertainment era started, which is people like you and people like Schmo and people like Errol, when the media finally came in and started giving up their time and realizing there's something here that's clickable, you got to be able to participate in that. And for a fighter who gets called to work 3 times a year, then you look at the other guys like Conor McGregor that work 365 days a year. They don't fight any more than anybody else, but they go to work on their career and on the attention. I think that it's a helpful tool.
Got it. Hey, I said last one, but I'm sorry, man. You're looking like you're good in shape and everything. They're always putting together legend fights. What would it take to see you face somebody like Antonio McKee in the Bellator cage?
Oh, he's awesome. Oh, if I could go back, I would have loved. Clayton Hires would have liked. Clayton Hires was my head trainer, but he and Antonio would have gotten it great. Clayton and I, if we could go back, probably would have flown out there and done a camp with those guys. Great mind, man. He passed it on to the second generation with his son. They're one of the few father-son teams that on a social standpoint still want to spend the holidays together. You know, so I think Antonio McKee, not only is he great with MMA, I think he's got great parenting skills as well.
Hey, man, love to hear it, man. That's how Long Beach does it over here. Long Beach Finest in the building. Antonio McKee, shout out to you. Chael Sonnen right here. Bellator 300, thanks for the time. Pup Sports Radio. Thanks.